learning today about the role of your left elbow and how, if you understand what your left elbow should do in the golf swing, you should get a better strike with all your clubs. I was taught this as a young junior by my coach 25 years ago, and my first 6 or 7 lessons was all about my left elbow and how to control that, which controls the club face. So we're going to teach you today how this left elbow should move in the golf swing. So when you grip your golf club and you take your stance, your left elbow is pointing down to the ground. And when you make your correct backswing, the left elbow should always stay pointing down to the ground. What I mean by that is if your left elbow rolls, you get the club out in radius. You can see the club face is wide open and you're going to put a cut or a slice on the ball. So when you take the club back with your left arm and your left shoulder, we want to maintain that left elbow pointing down to the ground, and then the shaft goes up. So you can see there, I'm pushing the club away with my left side, and my left elbow stays down to the ground. And vice versa, as I turn through, the left elbow stays down and the club releases. So if my left elbow rotates, I slice, or I come up and top it. If it's always pointing down to the ground here and down to the ground here, I'm going to get a solid strike of the golf ball. And I'm also going to get a right to left shot. The ball should draw because the elbow staying down lets the club release. As you can see here, if my left elbow stays down to the ground, the club releases. It passes my hands, that puts the draw spin on the ball. So if you're somebody hitting a cut or hitting thin shots or ground balls, this would be a good tip for you to practice. You take your normal setup with your iron. I have a 7-iron here. This also works with your driver, but we're just demonstrating with an iron. Ball position is somewhat forward in my stance off the logo of my shirt, and the grip of the club is forward to get the descending angle. But again, as I take the club back with my body, as I rotate my chest, we're going to keep the left elbow pointing down. There you go. So I've loaded into my right side, my elbow's pointing down, and the club is vertical. I'm now in a pretty strong position to drive through the ball. All right, so if we get it left elbow down going back, now we want to rotate to our left side. We want to push into the ground with the body, and then the left elbow stays down through. And the club releases. So the next time you come out to the range and you warm up, if you just focus on your left elbow down here and down here, you should get a pretty good strike. As you can see, I'm doing it with body turn, down and down. So it's a good way to really learn connection in the swing and release, power. So let's hit one here for you. My only swing thought is going to be what my left elbow is doing during the whole swing. So line up the club at the target, get your ball position, your grip, left elbow down, down. Get a pretty nice shot. Then you get a little divot. You can see the strike there. I got a divot into the ground. So again, next time you come out and practice, just focus on your lead elbow, your left elbow. You can see I'm doing it with the body. We don't want to be just doing it with the arms. So there is motion. And turn, left elbow down, and turn, left elbow down. It'll really help you teach how to hit a draw. And it also teach you to get a divot on the strike. So one more time. Take your setup, point the left elbow down going back, and down going through. With some body turn, with some pivot. If you ever want to take a lesson from myself or Lance, you want to talk about your left elbow and your body rotation and try to hit some draws, we're here every day at San Juan. We'd love to help you. Have a great day. Thank you.